Yay, I made it. I'm live. And I'm here today to share with you a little bit more about my level 1 developing your intuition course that's going to be in February. So it's February 3rd and 4th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, and that's convenient for most people. So I want to give everyone an overview of the class and how it's different from my beginning intuition course. And even though I have a very structured outline with all of my courses, I'm always completely spirit-led. Hey, Debbie. I almost didn't get on Facebook Live. I couldn't figure it out. I was like so challenged. You know, I'm going to talk just a minute here also about the energy going on this week. And I know we're having a lot of fires here in California, all up and down the state. There's going to be more hurricanes that we see, which are bizarre for later in the season. And earthquakes are going to be on the rise in other places of the United States that don't commonly see them. And it's kind of a strange thing to feel into that energy. I have been so exhausted this week, and then bursts of energy. Like I'm up and down and up in the middle of the night for a few hours and then back to sleep, and low energy in the morning, which is when I usually have my most amount of energy. Anybody else feeling like strange energy stuff, like feeling like your energy's all over the place, you're too tired, then you have bursts of energy? Well, that's what's going on, and I think we can really expect to have a lot of strange phenomenon happening around us. We already really are, but we can expect a little more of that in the very near future and before the end of this year. And that's not to scare anyone. I actually don't feel like we need to be in fear about any of that. And also, if you have any questions, or maybe there's something in the level 1 class you really want to learn about, I will take a note of that as well. So the level 1 developing your intuition is a very personal class. It's designed to help each person as an individual develop more of their own intuitive abilities. And so it's not to for someone that, you know, if you've already had beginning level courses and you are very sorted with your energy, you understand about energetic responsibility, you are familiar with how to clear ground and protect your energy and why that's important, and you're familiar with the aura and how to see into it and with the chakras. And this class you might be wanting to wait for the level 2 class, which it includes other people to read for. But in the level 1, it will be a very personal journey. Now, you will be connecting to other people in the class and their energy, so you learn how to feel it better. So how it's different than the beginning intuition course. The beginning intuition course is a 1 day. It's fast, it's furious. I feel like I said before that it's a little bit like having tapas or just a quick bite, like dim sum, of a taste of things. There's no real deepness or fully developing into anything. There are tools that I give to everyone in the beginning intuition class that you get to take home with you, that you can begin to expand your own development with. But it just gets people started. It gives a brief foundation to anything and everything. I do feel the beginning intuition course is very important, but anybody that takes that beginning course and wants to deepen their own personal connection intuitively or spirit-wise, the level 1 class would also be for you. Now, what you get in the beginning intuition course that I don't fully expand in the level 1 is how to clear spaces. So I teach people in my beginning course how to clear the energy of spaces, how to rid a space of spirit energy, whether that's ghost or energy even of the living people that may come and go from a home or a space. And I don't teach that full out in my level 1 course. My level 1 course is a 2 full day course. It's very expansive. You will have lots of tools and lots of experiences to take back with you. So one of the things that we learn, and of course, if anybody knows me, I'm a school teacher. I'm thorough with my teaching. I use PowerPoint. I have practical hands-on experiences and activities. I speak and from a lecture point of view and answer people's questions, and each class is very individual, and that's why I work primarily with small groups. But I have my notes here because I'm always a teacher. Once a teacher, always a teacher. I also think that's what makes me very uniquely qualified to teach a class and help people expand their own individual intuitive abilities, or even to take it further to begin to read for other people. But how to feel into someone's energy is one of the things that we do, and even there are activities around in the level 1 course. Energetic responsibility. That is one of the things that we learn in the level 1 course. What does it mean to be energetically responsible? Well, you learn how to clear, ground, and protect your energy. And you also learn how to, when you're protecting your energy, what you're protecting it from. And then if you've ever heard of the term psychic attack or energy vampire, any of those kinds of terms, we go over all of those details and how someone can be responsible for their own energy so those things don't happen to them and that they don't cipher other people's energy off of them. That's one of the things that you'll be learning very clearly in the level 1 2-day course. Aura and how to see them. Now I put how or to see in quotes because not everybody sees energy with their eyes. Some people see energy with their feelings, with their the empathic energies that they own within themselves. Some people know things about energy. They just start to connect to aura or someone's energy field and they start to know or pick up on things. So we learn how to see into aura or energy and actually project it, which is something I also do in the 1-day course, in the beginning intuition course, but we take it a little bit further in the 2-day course. You will learn more about the chakras and how to work with them. It's actually pronounced chakra. So you learn about those and how to work with them in the level 1 class. Sacred spaces, why they're important, what could go in a sacred space, sacred space for, and what do you use it for? How can you have a shared sacred space? Like say in a home, maybe you live in a small apartment, or you just have a large family, and how do I have a sacred space? So we learn how to create that, because having a space where you can have time to quiet the mind and to connect to your intuition or spirit is crucial. And so we learn about that. And of course, meditation is going to be in the level 1 course, and why we do it, how to do it, the difference between guided meditation and just stepping into a space to connect to the soul, to the, our individual, ourself, and to our guidance from our whole spirit team. And that leads me to the next thing, that you learn about your spirit team, who would be in your spirit team, and how we can connect to them, and how meditation is helpful and useful on a very personal level to connect to your spirit team. You will also learn in the level 1 course, you will actually be working with partners to develop a connection, because for some people they're going to have a strong connection to spirit, and for some people it's going to be more of an intuitive sense or feeling about them. So we work both sides in this course because it's a personal development course. It isn't preparing you to go out and read for other people or to start, giving messages to other people. At the end of this course, the intention would not be to prepare someone to go out and do intuitive or spirit work. It would be a personal journey, and that's where all development needs to happen from. All development, spiritually speaking, intuitive or spirit-wise, needs to come from a very humble place and a place of beginnings. Whether you're an advanced student or a beginning student, we start from the same place. And there's a reason for that. And anybody who isn't willing to take a look at humbling themselves and starting each time they journey into development from a similar sacred space, a similar space of connecting back into your center with clearing, grounding, protecting, revisiting your sacred space and what that may be or be like, and that connection. But this class, the level 1, is very much a gateway into level 2 for people who may realize that there's more going on for them, that their personal spiritual journey is important, but they may want to take it elsewhere. And that's something that can definitely happen by experiencing this course. So I want to welcome your questions at this time. If I haven't answered them already about the outline, what are some things that you're going to learn in this class, what you can expect to develop over the 2 days. Now, no one's going to develop fully spiritually in 2 days. It should be thought of as a jumping off point for, months, years, decades to come even. I mean, I still go through these things when I know that I'm going through a shift or a change in my own life. I go back to these basics. This isn't something that I've learned and you move on from. This is something that you continue to work through in your life when you're developing spiritually on a personal level. So it's why this is so valuable and important on more than one level for all of us. And it is 2 days, so I realize this class may not be for everyone. The beginning class may be what someone needs, and they're off and running. They're using that experience to help them live a more balanced and fulfilled life. But for some of you, you may want to take your own spiritual feelings, your own spiritual personal guidance, and want to be able to expand it and take it further and work with other people here even at the same time. But if you have questions about the class, or you're interested in maybe like there's something that you wish you would learn or you want to learn in the class or something, let me know now. But essentially that just gives you an idea of what's going to come in the class, and what you can trust from me is it's always going to be fully developed. A class is going to utilize activities, hands-on, getting in there and working with things. It's going to utilize some lecturing so that you get a chance to look at pictures or talk about topics. It's going to utilize the idea that you may need to work with another student or work with somebody else to try something on or practice it. That's just the way that I, as a school teacher and in functional work, know that it works best. So I don't know that anybody has questions. And water is crucial to anyone developing their intuitive abilities. So that would be my first homework for all of you listening, is to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. All right, so I'm not really seeing any questions. I think I'll give it just a minute here more, because I'm just kind of proud of myself that I was even able to get this up and running. And have a Facebook Live even happen again on my own with my husband not home. So if you don't have any further questions, then I want to thank you for showing up. If you do have any other questions, feel free to email me about the class, about what you may expect to get out of it. And as with any development class, you get out of it what you put in, how much you're willing to show up, and like the term I like to use, be a fool for God. When is the session? Well, it's, thank you, Kathy, for that question. It's perfectly fine. February 3rd and 4th. This coming February 3rd and 4th. All day, 10 to 5 p.m. both days. I'm keeping the class very small. At this time, I think I'm only going to let in 12 students. Like, I want to really get my hands on everyone in the class and see where they're moving to, and that everyone feels like they've got a connection and can ask all their questions of me on a very personal level while you're in it. So That's a great question. February 3rd and 4th, so you've got some time. Since I'm taking such a small amount of students, I think I'm already half full with the class. So if you're a little bit on the fence, talk to your family members. Maybe it's a great Christmas gift for everybody to give to you. I don't know. Check it out. You don't want to wait too long to get signed up. Of course, I'm always a bleeding heart. Like, you know, reach out to me if you don't worry about that. The class, great question, Carmen. I didn't address that. The class is $225 for both days. When you sign up online, it's a little confusing because the class shows up as being one day, but it's the booking system that I use. Yeah, it's not perfect. So the booking system shows only signing up for February 3rd, but it's February 3rd and 4th, and the fee is one time, $225. You don't pay $225 twice for both days. Pretty good deal as far as I'm concerned. All right. Just check to see if anybody else have any other questions. And if you missed the beginning, I want people to go back and listen because I talked about the energy that's going on right now. It really is zapping so many of us. And it really is beyond just the fires, if you're living in California, in my area, that are going on. The energy is not easy to deal with right now because we have more things coming down the road that no one needs to be frightened or afraid of. Okay. All right. It looks like everyone's good. So I'm going to thank you. Oh, we got one more. Okay. Will you be having another level 1 class during the year? Probably not. I probably won't, just because I need enough students in a class to work together and have to build a class. If I start to have more people that I feel are interested in really developing their own intuition beyond just the beginning one day class, then I might have it. But typically it's usually once a year. It might be twice a year coming up. I just have to see how that goes. But since I'm reaching out to February to teach it, at the earliest I would probably have it would be next fall. Just to have enough students who were really wanting to develop themselves. I'm hoping to go from this level 1 into a level 2 within 4 to 5 months, 6 months tops, because I want to take people to beginning to see how their intuition can be expanded even beyond just themselves. So I think that's where I'm at with the level 1, probably only being once this year, or not till like maybe next October, November for another one. Okay. Well, thank you, Carmen. Thank you for coming into the chat, all of you that did. And I really appreciate everyone. Share this video if you can. I know it will be recorded so that people can listen back and have some understanding of what they can expect to get from this really fully developed level 1 class. And I hope to see you in it. All right, all my love, and take care, and mind and be careful with your energy in the sense that you need to do self-care, slow down, extra healthful eating, extra water at this time in particular. And I'm sending you angels and blessings. And take care. Goodbye for now.